Hi, I'm Claire and this is my husband Nick. We met in an online chat room in 2001 and ended up getting married in 2006. We're a fairly normal, hard-working couple. We love travelling and enjoying a drink or two. In early 2020, we decided we wanted a whole new life-changing challenge. So we said goodbye to our jobs. We sold our Wiltshire farmhouse. We packed up our things and made the move to France. In early 2001, I went back to the UK to finalise our house sale and pick up my Aga. I was on Facebook on an Escape to the Chateau fan club page when I saw this advert. I messaged Nick the advert. Curiosity got the better of him and he went and arranged a viewing. With the instructions from me, I trust your judgment. If you think I'll like it, put in an offer. The offer was accepted and we finally got the keys on the 10th of June 2021. Join us and our dogs, Merlot and Flora, as we renovate our Maison de Maître. Yesterday, Nick decided to wake me and Martin up extra early so we could go to a wine fair. Anyway, it turns out the wine fair wasn't on in the morning and it was on at 5 o'clock in the evening. So today we've got up leisurely, 11 o'clock, left the house, and we are now at the wine fair for around midday. Why not?
Go into storage though, not for immediate consumption.
Storage in my stomach.
With your taster though.
Running off with the taster. Cheers. Very nice.
Which is a trailer.
Of course, we're at a wine fair, and the only two people that could find the beer tent are here. Good job. So it's time to start lining our stomachs with something. So we thought we'd start with a portion of snails. Yummy. Well, I suppose snails could go with beer.
A sausage, chip and garlic snail lunch. Look at that. Tucking in already. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Where did the rest of yours go? Mine was about a metre long. Just chewy garlic stuff, isn't it? Oops.
Oops.
Is it meant to be good for you? Do they obviously grow these protein?
You got me a present.
A present as well.
You got everyone presents. It's going to be so great for doing shutters with. Hands-free drinking. Need to invest in one of these trolleys for our next wine fair, don't we?
We do. We could buy so much more. But luckily, we parked really closely. There. there.
Have we finished for the day now? Have we bought enough wine now?
Well, we've got a really big cellar, so in theory we could fill it up with more. But I think we've tasted enough today.
We have, yes.
Didn't see many spittoons.
No. And on this week's Hoopoe Watch,
the bedside light switches, which are these things, they need to be removed. We'll get that light off, and we'll get this ancient socket off, get all of those bits off, and then we can get the light fitting down from the ceiling and try and feed a new wire up where I've opened up the floorboards upstairs. So that's what we're doing now till it gets too hot to work today. Are you hot yet?
Yes.
On its side, please. Thank you very much.
Action.
Amateurs, go.
Action.
So what I'm doing now is drilling a hole through the ceiling so that I can get some of this electricity up to get the lights in here fitted. So there we go. Eye protection on.
Well done.
I think I want to do it here. Well, that went well. Brilliant. It's nice to have these things caught on camera. The tidying up process.
I've sorted Nick's tools, which I'm sure he's really happy about.
We appear to be missing a couple of Allen key fittings.
Yay.
Great.
Through.
There we go. Right, next job, poke the wire up.
Lots of wires.
Right. Hey, job done. Excellent. So Claire can make this quiet and put other music on top of it and speed it up so it makes it look like you're working quickly. Well done. So work is progressing up here. We're taking out this line of floorboards because we're putting in the cabling for the lights in the corridor beneath. Hope to have been able to fish it through using that row over there, but it's just not going to happen. So we're taking up the floorboards over here, and so actually things are going well. It's a rather warm day, so as we have yet to insulate up here, this room is warming up, and I think by this afternoon we don't really want to be working up here. Anyway, got to crack on. Well, it's taken us a little while, but we have now got 7 wires dangling from the bedroom, the hallway, the cupboard, the ensuite, and all coming down from the ceiling here, where I can then connect them into switches and well, great. That's a really good job done. It's helpful having another pair of hands to push and pull at the other end of wires through ceilings and things like that. So thank you, Martin. Right, let's find some more work to get out of him.
So this afternoon, out of the shed, we have taken the big old cart, and I'm just about to clean it. So here is the official before shots of it. You can see it's quite rusty and dirty. In the back of the seat there's a load of horsehair. Yesterday afternoon I spent some time just cleaning out the front of this barn. There's just years and years of dust and debris that have gone in and have never come out. So yeah, I've cleaned it. So we're going to put the cart back in here so I can spend occasionally a little bit of time working on the cart as just a side project. And I did spend some time yesterday cleaning this and xylophening it because it had traces of woodworm on it. It's cleaned up actually really well. I'm not really up to date with the driving of old carts, but there's this little handly thing here. Don't know whether, yeah, that could have been the brakes, I think. And there is some sort of writing on the axles, so I'll try and read that better and then look it up, see if we can find anything on it. It has got this quite lovely detailing on the woodwork. I think that's probably painted on from what I can see. And then this lovely little handle on the back door, but I've not worked out how to open it yet. I think it could be a bit seized shut. There we go, the cart's now in its cart workshop.
So to give the olive tree we bought the best chance of living, we decided we're going to plant it in the back garden here, where we will eventually have...
The only bit that's in the shade.
Where the top of it will be in the sun, where we will have our pool and terrace. So we've got Martin extending the hole that I've already dug.
Just in case you thought that I'd done it all.
Yeah, I've done most of the hard work, and now he's just finishing it off really whilst I hold the camera. So I'll get him doing that, and then we'll try and carry this beast through and drop it in the hole. Decided to move in with the hens. What are you doing in there, Flora? How did you get in? How did you get... What have you got in your mouth? Oh, you've got a rock. Or a bit of wood. Well done. You can play with that. We do give you toys, you know. There we go. It's hopefully final resting place for many years to come. We will give it a good water. I know they don't need much water, but to welcome it to its new home we will. Well done, that was heavy. Just in case you're wondering, we are going to have a flower border along here which will be slightly raised, hence the level that we've installed that tree in. We've come up to the middle floor corridor. At one end we have the balcony that I've painted out that way, and at the other end here we have another balcony. We've never been actually outside onto it and never opened these doors, and I tried to open them a little while ago and the handle sheared off, which wasn't very helpful. I don't think we can repair it. I do have a new mechanism, a complete one, left over from when I was doing the windows upstairs, so what we're going to do is take all of this metalwork off the door and then put the new one back on the door, and hopefully that will all fit and work and look good, and then we can open these and have the shutters open and just allow a bit more natural light into this corridor that I think will be quite nice. What we'll probably do is let Claire open up the doors here, because I'm just having a look through all the cobwebs and I know how much she likes spiders, so we'll maybe get her to do that. Well, these screws have been in there a while, but they are undoing. Hey. WD-40 and well, we'll see.
One at the top as well. Didn't see that hidden in there.
No. Sneaky. This isn't a very flattering camera angle for you, to be fair. It does make your belly look very big.
Is that better?
Bling! Might be able
all
to
off
just
except for that
pull
now.
the whole thing up.
Just like that.
Just like that. just where it rusted solid in the floor, but I have been putting more and more WD-40 on it.
There you got it.
Way!
Oh, I think I
Pulled the floor apart.
pulled the floor apart. That's out.
Never mind. It's only 125-year-old floorboards. 145, 150-year-old nearly floorboards.
So yeah, it was proper rusted to the
So that was why
plate.
the handle sheared off, because that was rusted solid into the floor. So we have
A mess.
a mess. Let's try and... Should we? No, I don't think Claire would really want to open that. Gosh. So you can see that this door's going to take a bit of work re-puttying. Does this one open? Oh, there's a bit of stonework come down there. That's what worries me, is it will open the shutters.
It's been a few years since these were opened.
It's literally a lump of stone, yes.
I would speculate that if you moved particularly that one, there's another quite large piece that might fall down to, if you look up there, which appears to be resting on the top of the shutter. See?
Well,
Told ya!
that might have hurt.
And there might be another bit.
Oh, well, I'm glad it's so funny. Ha 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 ha.
Oh dear. Oh.
Ow, that did hit me. Luckily not on the head. Oh, I've got a hard hat. Perfect time for it. Blimey. So there we have it. The first time in goodness knows how long since those doors were open and the shutters were open and anyone even dared stand on that balcony. But look at the stone that's fallen down, and only one bit actually hit me on the hand. And I hope no more comes down. And actually, there was no spiders. They didn't want to risk it. So we're gradually fitting all the new bits of metalwork into the door. We got the handles. It's really dark, you can't see it. There it is. Handle in the middle, with a bar going up and down. Not that you can see it because it's in the shadow. There we go. It's and another one down there on its way. So over the other side of the yard there, in the hedgerow, there is a blackbird nest, and a few minutes ago there was a bit of commotion because one of the young chicks had just fallen out, and Flora tried to, well, she caught it, and so the three of us went running over and flapped our arms and managed to get the chick off of her, and I put the chick back in the nest, and Mum's just returned and fed them, and so far everything seems to be okay. The three of them hardly fitted in the nest that was there, so they're probably, it fell out by accident and it's a bit big. I'm sure it'll be fledging fairly soon, but it wasn't quite ready, and I'm happy to see that Mum has gone back and not ignored the baby and not chucked it out. Appears to be a rather stupid blackbird chick because it's fallen out for the second time. I will put it back in its nest.
Get in. Get in there.
I will put it back in again. But you are a bit silly, aren't you?
New week, and I've got 4 new shutters in my sanding shutter workshop. Yeah, I started last night. I can see I've done everything on the right hand side. I'm coming back now to do everything on the left hand side. Woohoo! Back in the other shutter workshop, and I've still got the louvered bedroom shutters from the Maison de Maître that I was working on last week to finish. And I've also got the 2 downstairs sets of shutters from the Maison de Maître that I'm going to start on this week.
To a local museum, all about cognac, which is quite convenient. Yeah, so lots of interesting things to read around here, and we're going to go and do some tasting in a moment. Meanwhile, which we'll also have a look at, a 2CV club is turning up, so we'll go and have a look at those in a bit. Go and have a look at the distillery then, shall we? Ooh, I think our one actually looks more impressive.
Looks remarkably familiar.
It does, doesn't it?
I'd say it's very similar, although ours is a bit more rustic and dusty and probably hasn't been used for 80 years, if not more.
This is a more modern distillery. Two stills. And now the fun bit. Tasting. We're trying out some Pinot. It's a bit early in the day for cognac, we think.
11:45, so...
Nearly cognac o'clock. So we have a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old. Pinot. So we have 2 each. The first one is a well, they're both old, 25 years or so, 30 years, something like that.
Just
This
like
one
you.
is Fine Champagne, and this one is Fine Bois. So we're going to just have a little taste of each. So. Good. Drink too much. How was that? TCV Club is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What colour? We've made it into Cognac, and at the restaurant Les Fines Goules, having a little beer before lunch. And what a lovely day it is, isn't it?
Very nice.
So we're at Martel's rooftop bar having cocktails.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Going in. I don't know what to expect. Wow. Wow.
Right, is it?
Nice. Really nice.
Good. And yours?
It's nice.
Good.
This afternoon I am now doing the waiting for paint dry game. I have all 3 sets of shutters ready to go back onto the Maison de Maître, but just need to dry first. I've also made some improvements to the shutter workshop, which I thought I'd share with you. I've brought in this whiteboard and I have the 3 bays behind me. Ta-da! Aeroplane. And I've numbered each of the bays. I've put down where the shutter has come from. So for instance, this set of louvered shutters behind me is from the Maison de Maître bedroom on the right hand side, and there's the left hand shutter and the right hand shutter and the front and the back and the front and the back, and I've ticked off how many coats of paint they've had and how many coats of paint the handle mechanism has had as well. Because let's face it, you don't want to be putting the wrong shutter on the wrong window in this house. I had a spare couple of minutes yesterday evening, so I made myself my own shutter workshop sign. I have also bought 8 of these. These are what you would insulate outdoor pipes with. They're about €1 a piece, and they separate along this edge here, and I'm going to put them along where the backs of the shutters are sat on these metal frames, with the reason for that being is that the shutters are getting scuffed from sitting on the raw metal edges. So I just thought if I put down these pipes or pipe insulators, then it's just going to provide some cushioning and the shutters aren't going to get scratched. While I'm waiting for the paint to dry, at the other side of the yard, Nick's brought down the next sets of louvered shutters. These are all from the front of the Maison de Maître, and they're all ready for the washing process to start. But I've just spent some time sanding down this wonderful door, because it was covered like the pigsty door in all of these sticky things, and it had loads of ivy stuck to it, I've just given it a blitz over with the sander, and I'm just going to give it a once over with some grey paint. Oh, here's the pigsty door I did last week, and here's my official before. This set of doors leads into the sausage factory, and I've attacked these doors with everything I have. I've attacked it with paint stripper, I've attacked it with heat guns, I've attacked it with belt sanders, normal sanders, and the paint on this just isn't shifting. What I am going to do, I'm going to be a bit naughty and I am going to paint over it, but eventually we would like to change these doors to have glass doors in, just so that there's more light in that room and it'll look a lot brighter. This is my official before video of the sausage factory doors. Another 2 shutters have been completed and are ready to go back up. Yay!
Bye.
Bye! Another set down. Yay! We're keeping this one shut because it leads into the hay barn, what was once a hay barn, and there's no window in this, so we're just going to keep it shut for now. Hi, shutter man. Honey, I think that's the wrong way round.
Right.
Yeah? Oh my god, I'm right. Yay, another shutter. So, are you ready for the big reveal this week? 1, 2, 3. Wow, look at that, they're all on. Well, apart from the top left isn't on in the bedroom, because my dad, Mike, has taken that because it's bent and he's going to try and bend it back. Look at that though. What a good week's work. So I've now managed to get 2 coats on the sausage factory door, but I'd like to put 1 more coat on and I need to finish off the handle. But it is a huge improvement. And I'm 3 coats down and finished on the changing room door as well. It's something brilliant because it's something that's not taking me a lot of time, but it's making a huge impact on the way things look, which is really nice to see.
So just a quick update of what I was getting up to yesterday. Whilst my friend Martin was here, we put some cabling through for lighting on the middle floor to come from the ceilings. And yesterday I've attached a couple, we can't see it there, a couple of temporary light fittings. And the other one. And look, they work. So I've done it again with a wireless switch, and I've connected up the circuit in Spaghetti Junction and connected it all together at the consumer unit. So that's one thing I did. The other thing I did was connect up the cabling for the sockets in the bedroom above the breakfast room, and so all of those sockets are now live. So we have lighting and power on the middle floor for the first time, I don't know, in a long time anyway. And the other thing I was doing yesterday, really dusty, I didn't want my phone in here recording with quite so much dust going on, was actually, I just given the walls a light sand, particularly this wall. This is in the breakfast room. That wall backs onto the ensuite bathroom downstairs, and where I fitted a load of stud work battening along the bathroom side of it, quite a lot of the plaster had pinged off, and so I had to have filled that. Anyway, I've sanded all of that down. I've sanded where I had plastered down for that light fitting, and I sanded over in the corner there where plaster had previously fallen off. So that's this room. It's been given a good sort of light, very light sand, because this plaster just crumbles very easily. So what we'll probably do next in here is just give it a quick light coat of just white paint, as we've got some visitors coming and we need to make this into a bedroom. So we'll make this very quickly a temporary bedroom. I don't know that I will get time to sort out the cracks in the ceiling that we got up there, but it should be nice for them anyway.
Hi, welcome to Wine of the Week. Yay! This week we are drinking a JP Chenet Cabernet Syrah from the Pays d'Oc, which is actually out of a box. They do sell it in a bottle and it looks like that.
We realised that we don't really do box wines and there's nothing wrong with it, and we've nicknamed it Carl Bordeaux.
So, well, I'll let you do the honours. Thank you very much. Had a great week. Our friend Martin's been over. And very, very productive week, as you've just seen. And yeah, he got home safely, I believe. And
We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
we did. So if you've liked it, please click like, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do that.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, or on our website at
www.theexpatbutchers.com.
And by the time this goes out tomorrow evening,
I will be on a road trip. Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da.
Cheers.
Cheers! It tastes better after you've had a nice bottle of wine first.
And if you haven't just brushed your teeth.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Da, 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 da. Arriba España.
See you next week. Have a lovely time.
2,700 kilometres ahead of me.
Woo woo! Woo woo!
Bye.
Bye! And there he goes, off on his epic journey to Viva l'España! Whilst I have 5 nights on my own. Let's see how much I can achieve in the house that is the love child of Stanley Kubrick and Tim Burton. Woo!